Yo, what's up boys, and welcome to a first look at an up-and-coming game called SCUM. Most of you guys won't know about this game already, but it's a survival game due to come out at some point during 2017. They say their Steam Early Access is going to be coming out in 2017, and it actually looks like a somewhat unique survival game, and most of you guys won't know about it. You can see right here it's got bears, which you can go ahead and punch, which is pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. If you guys want to go check out the game a bit more, then obviously there'll be a bunch of videos and also their Steam page linked in the description. So SCUM describes itself as a next-generation story-driven survival game featuring extremely complex game mechanics and unrevealed survival features. It also says that it's a multiplayer open-world survival game with unprecedented levels of character customization, control, and progression with knowledge and skills of ultimate weapons for long-term survival, as I'll see in a few seconds. Like I said, the game is a survival game. It looks somewhat unique, otherwise I wouldn't make a video on it. You guys will know there's been tons of survival games which have came out since the original release of DayZ, which have pretty much been really ugly, really games which don't have many features. But this game, as you see from just the Melee video, which is the first one I'm going to be showing you today, you can have different physique with your characters, and that will actually impact your character's personal looks and also their performance in melee combat, which looks pretty good, as you'll see right here. The game's currently being developed primarily by Gamepires and also another team called Crow Team, and their publisher is Devolver Digital, which many of you guys will know are a pretty reputable publisher when it comes to indie games. Really, the only games which we end up publishing are games which have got something unique and something not shit about them. So simply because we are published by Devolver, I feel like they've seen enough to have hope in this game, and that's not just made by a bunch of indie devs who have no fucking idea what they are doing. The game is currently being developed on Unreal Engine 4 as well, which is why you'll notice the game it's pretty. And yeah, at the end of the day, the game is just a survival game, but even something as simple as a backstory is kind of unique. You'll notice in some of the clips we've got prison outfits on. In this case we have the little boxing outfits on, and then in other clips later on during the part which show the weapons in the game, which there is weapons in the game, don't worry, it's not a melee survival game only. But in that little clip, or those longer clips actually, they are wearing military outfits. So the reason they are originally wearing the prison outfits is because this is essentially, it's like a TV show which is bringing a bunch of prisoners and also past winners of the TV show. This is season 2 of the TV show apparently. Basically brings those together and they kill each other. And also, if you want, just like in fucking Hunger Games, you can even get sponsors like G2A.com, and they will send you free games to help you survive in the island against all of other inmates. So don't get mistaken, although these gameplay videos will mostly show two people in an arena punching each other, and the other gameplay video will show a man shooting down a range. The game is a survival game with mechanics where you can drink and change your skills and stuff like that, and equip and de-equip weapons, etc, etc. And the main things which are important really are the gunplay, and I think the melee play in a game which involves survival. Games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds have become really popular, I think primarily because the gunplay feels good. You kill someone, they ragdoll over, and it feels pretty good. And you'll see from this melee right here, a more athletic man against a very thick man, we're going to call, not fat, he's thick, guys. He ends up winning, but it feels pretty good. They ragdoll over and have a sad. Right here on screen you'll see the difference between the stats of these two characters, and you'll see that they can both affect the world around them, in this case a punching bag, in a more significant way because this man does have a higher skill stat with strength and he's not fatigued, etc, etc. There is things like strength stats, intelligence stats, and we'll go a bit more into detail later on as to what they do when we get to the gun section, or at least in terms of how they impact gunplay. Obviously they will also impact the way your character performs with melee and everything else as well. The game claims to have the most realistic gunplay out of any survival game out there, which is a pretty big claim. There's quite a lot of survival games which have got pretty solid gunplay, but we'll see that in a second. But although I'm not sure if they actually claimed that in the videos or on any dev blogs, not that I've really got that many at all, but they might have also claimed that it's also got the most realistic and most in-depth melee system as well. If it didn't claim that already, then I'd say they definitely have the prize with that one. Gunplay, I'm not so sure. But anyway, I think you guys have seen enough of the melee systems. The TLDR is, it's fucking deep, boys. Deeper than any game ever before. It looks pretty good. Let's move on to the gunplay. That thing that I just said isn't true. I guess UFC is a bit better, but it's pretty much like UFC, but in a game with survival in it. That's pretty cool, right? Now that I've ever played UFC, I don't really know what I'm talking about. But either way, this is the gunplay video right here. There's two different long videos out right now, the gunplay one and the melee one. There's also some screenshots I'll show you guys in a second. But this video is supposed to bring all that information together and hopefully make it a bit more consumable. At least if you like to hear my voice. If you like to hear this man who constantly says,
Hi, my name's John Dick.
then I guess that's probably better, and you should probably just look at the link in the description. But either way, although we don't really see too many weapons in this video, we'll see an AK variant and also the SVD, which you can change attachments and shit onto it. If you do look very slowly on a table, which you'll see
John Dick
goes over at some point, there is a decent amount of weapons and attachments in the game. If you don't get to see them, that doesn't mean they don't exist, okay? They do definitely exist. But either way, as with the melee system as well, a lot of the stuff with this is dictated by your character's statistics. I'm not actually sure if you can level these up or if you choose them early on in the game or how exactly that stuff works. I guess because I did show you the metabolism thing before, I can only assume if you eat too much, then you'll become fat. I don't know. But either way, it's cool that you can even do that regardless of whether it's something you set before the game or in the middle of a game through your character's doings, I guess. But you'll see on the top left of here that the first clip showing him with low strength and the second clip shows him with higher strength, and this will impact your gun's spraying ability. Also, your stamina will impact that as well. So you can see he's now got high stamina and high strength, and you can see he's got very, very tight spray pattern. It doesn't really matter that we don't know this stuff, though. The game is coming out relatively soon, and I did already get in contact with the developers and let them know that I'm interested. So as soon as it is hopefully available to content creators and stuff, they will hopefully send me a key, so that way we will know very, very soon. I don't really like the fact that the release date is simply 2017, because then it could come out in fucking December, but I'm hoping it should be out within the next few months. But you can see how the statistics will affect the gunplay, which is pretty cool. I can't think of any other game which has an RPG kind of system like that. It probably exists, but does it exist in the survival genre? I don't know. I'll probably end up editing out most of the parts here since we kind of show the same thing over and over again, but you will see the depth of the gun mechanics in a second when
John Dick
whips out the sniper rifle. But there is zeroing, there's a bunch of things which impact the actual trajectory of the bullets. Speaking of what weapons in the game right here, you can see some on the desk, you know, 2 shotguns, and a assault rifle to our right, I guess a 5.56 rifle maybe, the AK, some different scopes and stuff like that. It looks pretty good. You'll notice player 2 here has diarrhea and fatigue, so it's cool to see that we already have some kind of, I guess, infection system in the game, so you will be able to shit your pants in this game, maybe. That's pretty exciting. And you'll see because of this issue, he's stumbling a bit while reloading, and he ends up getting popped in the head. That's why you don't have diarrhea, guys. It's not good. So this is what everyone's been waiting for, the epic SVD endgame gameplay right now. Unfortunately, we don't get to see an inventory system or anything like that in the video. Either it's still a work in progress or it simply doesn't exist right now. But I am hoping it is something which is decently customizable with, you know, vests and stuff like that. Where you find those, who fucking knows? It's a TV show set up for some prisoners to murder each other, so I don't really know. But you'll see on the left side of this right here, which the sniper rifle is actually primarily... in terms of someone using it well, it's primarily for people who are high intelligence to be able to use the sniper rifle and work out on the left the range, the altitude, the humidity, all that kind of shit. I don't know how, but someone with a lot of intelligence knows this, and this kind of stuff is going to affect the trajectory of your bullet. You'll see on the right you've got zeroing and also windage, which you can both adjust for the SVD, so that way you can shoot accurately. Honestly, with all those things kept in mind, I don't know how the fuck you're going to shoot with an SVD which uses chevrons and actually get a bullet to connect. But don't worry, we'll get to see a bullet connect nearer the end of this video. I really don't know how
John Dick
ends up speaking about how bullets fly through the skies for like 10 minutes straight, but he did. I just skipped 5 minutes between when it was raining and when it wasn't, but essentially he just demonstrates a bit more of the things to the left, and you can see right now his player stats are advanced, so that way he knows all the things to the left, altitude and shit like that. It's cool to see that the game's got that much depth in it. Is it necessary to make a good survival game? I don't know, but still, it's interesting that I've added that into the game. You'll see some comparisons right here where they are using the AK and the SVD, and they are attempting to shoot, and there you go, there's the comparison, guys. They both shoot. It's pretty cool, isn't it? 2 weapons that both shoot bullets. Amazing. And then finally, at the end of this video, we get to see some nighttime gameplay, which honestly, I don't like. That really the only gameplay we've seen is nighttime, because we can't really see it too well. He does turn on his night vision goggles in a few seconds, but shows the, I think, SVD in action for a few seconds here, with obviously some endgame gear. I'm guessing because of those like zombie-looking creatures before. I'm pretty sure that wasn't just a human with like diarrhea you would have seen earlier on in this video when he was punching them. I guess there's some AI in the game. How many AI are going to be actual like survivors, and how many AI are going to be just these roaming creatures, I guess, which you can punch in the head for shits and giggles? it's gonna have to, we're gonna have to play the game to work out that one. But it's still cool to see that, I don't know, the game's pretty. It's got a bunch of different weather systems in it, and even things like night vision goggles and endgame gear, it's all there. And the starting gear stuff as well, like, boxing gloves and shit like that. Hopefully this video's been a decent demonstration of what makes this game somewhat unique. Obviously, like I said, if you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description. And if you guys think this is not unique, and if I'm fucking retarded, and that this game that I don't know about does it better, I'd love to hear from you guys. I think one game which honestly a lot of people kind of undervalue, which uses CryEngine, Masquerade, which also has a kind of similar logo to SCUM. That game's great, it's just no one plays it, and I don't think anyone ever will, unfortunately. But it's a pretty good game, which is kind of similar to this in terms of the graphical fidelity and also the realism, maybe? That too is a survival game, but unfortunately the player count, in my opinion at least, holds it back. You can only have, like, I think 40 players per server, which kind of sucks dick. But that's it for the video. You'll see some more things which we're going to be improving on later on during the development process. I'll show you guys the other video, the first video. This is what they're improving on with that. Although it still does look pretty good as it is. It's cool to see they've got ideas on what they can do to make it better. Oh, Bunny just died. That sucks. That's fucked up. That ruined my mood, to be honest. It's not like bunnies should ever be shot in video games or nuked in video games. It's not like I made a video dedicated to nuking bunnies before on armor, or did I? I don't know. But either way, this is the stuff for the melee systems as well. And then the only thing we've got left to show is screenshots of the game, which show the game itself a bit more. Because these videos which we see are very closed things, it's like, oh, we're shooting on a shooting range. Oh, we're punching people in a punching arena. That's not its name, but you know what I mean. There is one more video which shows off these environments, which I'm showing you right now, live in action, which you can find on the Steam page if you want to check it out for yourself. But I think I've pretty much shown you everything you need to know about this game. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and all good stuff. Let me know what you think about SCUM. Will it suck? And we'll see what it's like on release, which is hopefully in the next 10 years. Peace.